expand this baby full screen so I can see you guys. How y'all doing this morning?
Doing good.
I am exhausted. Like, I'm just going to be straight up honest. I have been so tired today.
And we got the clock change coming. Not usually, the Monday after the clock change is the one where I'm usually like,
And David, you're tired today. Wait for Monday after the
maybe he'll come back in fully rested. Who knows? So
yeah. Well, the thing is, it's like over the weekend, I get more sleep regardless. So losing an hour of sleep between a Saturday and Sunday, I feel like it's not going to affect me as much. But like when I woke up this morning, I was like, do I really need to go into work today? Then I realized I probably should, or else I won't have a job pretty soon.
Trying to connect with our good friend down at Happy 927 Radio, Sammy Stone. So we'll see if we can get her to jump in with us this morning. I think the link to this chat that I sent her is not working, so I'm trying to resend it. So hopefully Sammy will be joining us. If not this morning, at some point here down the road, our friend who joins us on our trend segment each and every morning from Happy 927 Radio, Sammy Stone, trying to get her on board here, but we'll work on that. What did you guys do to enjoy the warmth yesterday? I can imagine everybody who could got outdoors.
Didn't do much. I took a nice nap. I did some indoor cleaning.
Right.
I did things backwards. I probably should have saved the cleaning for the cold weekend, but I woke up and I was motivated. I just cleaned away, moved the fridge up to everywhere. But yeah, I did.
That's the thing. Once you get into a zone, it doesn't matter if you're working inside or outside. Like, in order to avoid falling asleep on the couch, you just go. Just keep going. Do whatever you got to do. And yesterday, I was off yesterday. Had to go down to Pittsburgh to take care of a few things. But everything's good. I'm not going to go into a full detail about it all. But yeah, everything turned out really well. The thing is, like, whenever I hopped outside yesterday, I was like, holy cow, can I just stay out here? Do I have to ever go back in? And so whenever I got back home, I did some stuff outside around the house. I know it's like spring cleaning and you don't necessarily want to do it, but it feels nice when it's almost 70 degrees. And then it also makes me realize that, wow, I've got a lot of stuff to take care of in the backyard.
We've got our Sammy Stone in queue. We're going to bring her in just a quick sec. But David, record-breaking warmth yesterday, and you said maybe record tying or close to it today.
Yeah, our record is 70. And one thing I've learned forecasting here for like 5 years is if you get a good south wind in Erie, it seems to always warm up a little bit more. Like yesterday, we got to 72 degrees, which broke our record. That goes all the way back to like 1886 or something ridiculous like that. So, that's well over a century, obviously. And 70s this time of year, they're not out of the question. And to have those kind of days, it's not totally not normal. It's more normal to see them later on in this early when we still often talk about snow. Obviously, yesterday was a rare day. Today, we could be tying that record once again.
All right, let's bring our friend from Happy 927 Radio in. I'm hoping Sammy Stone can hear us and converse with us. Sammy, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Yes. All right. The problem with this whole, the technology of this is that somebody decided to put me in charge of getting all of us in this box here on Facebook Live. So that can be a bit of a struggle for a tech challenged guy like myself. But the fact that you're there, you can hear us. That is good news. How's it going, Sammy? We love having you on the trend segment, and we're really loving having you join us here on Facebook this morning.
It's going great over here, and I love being part of your team too. So I can't wait for Brissa to come on tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, let's talk about that. When you have a special guest on with you on Happy 927, what duties, or if you any, do you give that special guest, and what privileges do you perhaps give them? Do they get to pick some songs, or how's that?
Yeah, what am I in for?
Oh, you're just in for a good time. You can help me read all the music news and talk about fun stuff. Talk about whatever you want.
All right.
That's what I did. That's what I did with Sammy.
Yeah, you were there, David. Was it 2 weeks ago?
It was like 3 weeks ago now, I think.
3 weeks ago,
He was my first co-host.
Yeah, that was a good time. I like being in the radio booth. You feel.
Do you have a radio background, David, in your past?
Well, when I was in college, I did some sports radio, but that's basically it. The thing is, like, you can say so much more when you're on radio than you can on air. I mean, not like off the cuff, like PG-13 stuff, but you can at least, chat more about topics that you can't talk as much about on air.
And Sammy, you can be the judge, but when I first heard, I mean, I talked to David face to face all the time, but when I first heard his voice coming out over the radio speakers doing the forecast, he sounded like a true radio guy. Would you concur?
I think so.
He's got that.
Yeah,
Did you get a lot of calls for your question of the day?
I'm sorry?
Did you get a lot of calls in today for the question of the day?
I did. A lot of very proud women. One woman paid off her school loans all by herself. A woman got accepted into law school. So there was a lot of really cool stuff.
Oh, wow.
You're
That's
asking
awesome.
women to list what they were most proud of, accomplishment-wise in their life, right?
What'd you say, Mark? I'm sorry.
Sammy was asking her listeners, the female listeners, right, to detail what they thought was the biggest accomplishment in their life.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what mine would be.
I was about to say, we got to ask the two ladies here.
Yeah.
I know. I'm not sure. I mean, graduating college for everyone is a huge milestone. That would probably be up there for me.
Right.
Yeah, maybe graduating college.
All right. Well, you've got a lot more to accomplish in your
I have a few
in the years ahead, Chris. You're gonna be fine. Sammy, what about you? Did you share that with your listeners this morning?
Oh, for me, it's just, just making it as far as I have and still doing what I love every day. So that's my big accomplishment.
I think getting able to do what you love is a huge accomplishment. Get a check for it at the same time. So yeah, you should definitely be proud of that. Any big plans to get outside and enjoy the final few hours of warmth, Sammy?
Yeah, I might go to Presque Isle today.
Good idea. Yeah. Good idea. Yeah, yesterday when I was outside, I mean, it's so funny because the birds, they know it's just give them like 24 hours and the birds are out, but then the bugs are out too. So now in the back of my mind, I'm like, all right, anytime the dog's outside, it's like I have to get her a new flea collar. Because it's that time where the fleas and ticks, they'll kick up just like that.
A couple of people jumping on and saying good morning, John and Mark. And this is funny. Mark's got a pretty funny comment. Mark with a C says, David looks like the only person I know who lost weight during COVID. I don't know if that's true.
It's the camera. It's the camera angle.
See, for most people, it works the other way around. They say the camera adds 10 pounds. For David,
for everybody, adding pounds. Pretty astute.
I'm very lucky. My metabolism is way fast, and so people are like, "Don't ever complain about that." I'm like, "I won't. Don't worry."
He won't.
Yeah, definitely don't complain about that.
Because his mouth is too full of food and he's eating all the time and not gaining any weight. Yeah.
Yeah, I just had a granola bar before, but that's been the extent of my breakfast so far.
No oatmeal.
Not yet, but I do have some. I have some of those small packs in the drawer back here. The one right at the bottom over there. That's where it's hiding.
David loves oatmeal. He always talks about oatmeal.
Yeah, you love oatmeal too. You're always eating it. I feel like I've caught the trend.
I eat it for the health. You actually enjoy eating it.
Yes, I do. I love like a big thing of oatmeal.
You make an oatmeal forecast, I think, for people sometimes.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is, John Stalin used to always say it's a cream of wheat morning.
That's old school oatmeal. So.
And no offense to John or anybody who is older than me, but when I first heard that, I'm like, oh my gosh, that is like a true old man saying right there.
I don't think I even know what wheat is.
Oatmeal, no doubt. Yeah,
it's good. I like cream of wheat. Don't get me wrong, but I remember having it as a kid sometimes.
It comes in these giant round containers that cost about 50 cents.
Right. It's just basically like oatmeal. It's like porridge almost.
Oh.
Yeah.
It is.
Interesting.
Yeah.
One of the things that you learn when you jump on Facebook Live with the now Sunrise crew, and then our team member Sammy Stone from Happy 927. Guys, we're almost out of time. We got to get to our 8:15 meeting. Everybody who watches us every morning knows we've got that clock ticking on that morning meeting. So, Sammy, we'll let you get back to everybody down Happy 927. I believe she might have frozen up. David and Brista, we will see you again tomorrow. Thanks to everybody for hanging out with us this morning. We'll see you soon.
I'll see you tomorrow.